Let's get into AVSAB, the American Veterinary Society of Animal Behavior. Zach George loves to push AVSAB, and he calls it scientific consensus. There's a reason why he calls it scientific consensus and not actual science, because there's no science to it. What is a scientific consensus? If you can get enough scientific brains together that are willing to chirp the same song, it doesn't mean it's right. There's your consensus. That's all a consensus is, and it's all a pack of lies. One paragraph, I'm going to prove to you that every vet trainer and vet behaviorist out there is lying to you. They're trying to kill your dog. They can't even define what a behavior is, but they want to kill your dog. In the casual literature of pet behavior and otherwise, I've often encountered the misuse of the term negative reinforcement. Yes, indeed. Dog trainers are out there calling negative reinforcement punishment, and they're interchangeably using them, and it's not. People most often confuse negative reinforcement with punishment. Okay, that's actually correct. This is because we colloquially use the term negative to refer to something bad. And that's the whole problem. Negative reinforcement is a response to bad things in the environment. There's a huge dark side to a negative reinforcement, but there's also a huge bright side to negative reinforcement. When Zach George is up there screaming the positive reinforcement is all positive, he's full of shit, because there's a huge dark side to positive reinforcement. And I'm going to do a video on that one. Yet in this original development in terms of positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, negative punishment, B.F. Skinner was referring to the additive and subtractive meanings of positive and negative, not the hedonic value. With positive reinforcement, we add stimulus following a response to response increases the frequency over time. And negative reinforcement, we subtract the stimulus, remove it, following a response, and the response increases over time. This is absolute garbage. Positive reinforcement, according to B.F. Skinner, is the removal of negative reinforcement. Negative reinforcement is the removal of positive reinforcement. What is punishment? It's the application of negative reinforcement to remove positive reinforcement. Let's look at what Skinner himself said to prove that this paragraph and what AVSAB and every trainer, vet, and behaviorist out there is telling you is bullshit. Punishing contingencies are just the reverse of reinforcing. But yet, where did the punishment quadrants come from? Where did positive and negative punishment quadrants come from? Skinner is telling you that punishment doesn't work. Period. End of sentence. Skinner wrote 21 books and 180 papers in his whole career, and not in one statement have I ever seen the terms positive and negative punishment. That's the reality. What they're selling you as positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement is actually primary and secondary inducements. What is an inducement? Let's take a look. The thing that persuades or influences somebody to do something, that is a treat in your hand. You're trying to get the dog to do something for you, doing a treat. It's a pure manipulation tactic. What is compulsion? That's the second part of your quadrants, primary and secondary inducive compulsions. What is a compulsion? The action or state of forcing or being forced to do something, constraint. There's a reason why balanced training is called compulsion-based dog training, because it's all Konrad, most, and training dogs to book. That's the very Bible for IGP dog trainers. And the IGP dog trainers like Robert Cabral, Larry Crone, and a whole lot of them have taken over the entire system of dog training, including the system of behavior. Behavior itself is a system of science. It's a behavioral science of its own. It's part of psychology. These people have no indication, no idea about what behavior is. They don't have any clue about psychology, but yet they're all calling themselves expert in behavior. What is a behavior? Let me explain what a behavior is. It's your body's emotional or instinctual response to something in the environment. That is it. In the face of a negative reinforcement, you're going to go fight or flight, or you're going to make things not a big deal. You're going to become indifferent to it. That's the reality. Okay? Behaviors are not a fixable condition. They are not a condition in the first place. As Cesar Millan would tell you, aggression itself is a behavior. It's the outcome of a problem. It is a symptom. So when you got people out there declaring themselves experts in behavior, experts in aggression, experts in bloody reactivity, they're experts in symptoms, the outcome of a problem. What is causing the dog to show aggression? What is causing the dog to be reactive? It's a negative reinforcement in the environment. And that negative reinforcement, something they're scared of in the environment, is literally punishing the dog. Now, the dog is being punished by something in the environment, but you're being told by these assholes, these trainers, behaviorists, and vet behaviors to reward punishment. You're trying to reward a punishment, an environmental punishment that you do not understand in the first place. Or they're telling you to layer on the punishment. The dog is already being punished by something in the environment, but they're telling you to shock the dog, to reward, or to prong the dog, punish the dog more. And people are wondering why this crap isn't working. We need to step back as a society and throw dog training in the garbage. But in order to do that, you need to understand that these fuckers are lying to you, and they're doing it unabashedly.